Hello, we're back again for another Ironman. So, we're just doing the introduction, I think, or we're just getting a level up anyways. And we're showing the new layout. So, we've been sitting here playing with the layout for like an hour or two, probably like 2 hours just playing with the layout. Eventually, we found this. We moved all these things so many places. We tried putting everything on the bottom of the screen, maybe over here to the side. Actually, that would be pretty good. Just like that. But then it looks all cluttered. But then if the map wasn't here or something. If the map was down here. So you could move all these things around wherever you want. You could resize all the windows. You could move them. You could even resize the scales window. So do we have a save point for it? Yes, because you could align all of the windows to be the same as the window next to it. So if you click and drag, you could do different things with this. You could go like, this one seems pretty good, just because all of these scales line up. So you could go like this maybe, and then you could put scales over here or something down in the bottom. Maybe that would be cool. Move our hit points over here. Put our skill points. So we thought we had the perfect thing. Maybe that was the perfect thing. And then here's the hit points. There's the skill points. Maybe we put the bags on the bottom or something. And then all of your sides would be free. Maybe just put the chat box right here or something. And then this, you could move that somewhere. I don't know, maybe we'll play with it some more, but essentially we like how it was. Essentially that was perfect. So if you wanted it to revert to how it was, you just drag it up to this. The mini map and the skills window were the exact same size, so if you drag it here, it'll lock to the size of it. And if you drag it here, then it'll lock to the size of this one. There we go. Now the skills window is exactly the same size it was. Now we don't have to worry about that. And then we could move this this thing too. If you're moving this thing, you could resize it. Although you can't resize it smaller, but we found a trick. We found a trick while playing with the UI, because essentially it would just look like this all the time. You could drag it like this to make it smaller, and then if you just hover over it, you could get all of your options. So you could just put it over here basically just leave it like that. Maybe drag it a little tiny bit so the symbol comes up or something. There we go. And then if you want all of the bars, you just hover over it and then select what you want. Yes, and then if you click on this thing, edit it, switch layout, edit mode. Oh, okay. If you click on the gear icon, you could choose what icons go there. So we were looking at root metrics. I think it just shows what drops you have. You could add or remove things here. So it looks like, what if we don't need that? What if we don't need the activity tracker? We could just put whatever we want here, right? So inventory, we don't need the backpack. We don't need that. Prayers maybe, books, quest list, skills. We have a skills window open. Maybe we just put things here that we can't access normally. Hero, maybe customization. We've never looked at customization. And then the rune metrics, we're looking at that a little bit. Put all of your skill books, your teleports, all of your chat things. So we could close that, then it should save it maybe. Now if we hover over it, it'll be our new things. Now it'll just be the quest, the prayer, the books. So if we ever use prayers or something, we could just put them over here. We just lower the chat window. We could just lower the chat window like this. And then we could just be like, here, add the quest book. If we click here, click on quest. There we go. There's the quest window. And then we could just drag it here to resize it. Essentially, the way that we have it, it's so that you could see everything. Essentially, these are just like the sides of the screen, and they're exactly the same size, right? The quest, it's exactly the same height, and essentially the chat window Well, we just dragged it all the way up. We could match the chat window to be like this size here. And we just add 2 more windows. There's a whole bunch of cool things with the customization. Then you just rotate the map, and then you could access the bank here. Just rotate the map again, and then you could access this fishing spot here. I mean, by the map. So we haven't leveled up yet. So the quests, we don't need the quest there at the moment, but you could just like put the quest log here. You just put here's all the quests you have to do. You just go through them, look at them or something. Holy, there's a whole bunch of them. So I think we have it showing every single quest there is. So this is all of the quests to do. Still have 192 quests to do. Is that right? Like maybe there was some settings we didn't do. Because you could go to the quest journal here, adventures, quests. Then you could say hide done, hide mini quests. So just can complete. We'll just put all can complete, or we'll just remove that. So we can complete 44 of them, and it's recommended 31 of the quests. It's just a whole bunch of quests to do, but we're going to close the quest window. Maybe we'll just put it here so it saves the size, I think. Now if we go fish some more fish, let me close the quest window. And if we want to put something here, we can, but for now, we just put the chat. So we can scroll here, we can see you caught pike, you got the urn filled, you caught pike. You've just been catching pike, oh geez, this is fishing spot. Shows that you've just been catching pike this whole time, so we just only caught one pike during the video. So, Champs Guild. Oh, second floor. Oh, he's telling people. So sometimes we go to the friends chat. Mostly we're in this chat though. And then here's the hit points. You could also reshape this thing, right? You could drag it here and then it reshapes to this size if you want that size. Or you could drag it again even further and it becomes like this. So maybe you could put it here or something with hit points. Maybe right there. Oh, and then the bottom's clear, right? It's just this stupid upgrade thing. This upgrade thing, we can't get rid of it until we upgrade to a membership. So it's always in the way. We're trying to find a place to put it where it won't bother us, but it bothers us absolutely everywhere. Actually, maybe up there would work. Because here we're looking at the map all the time, right? We come click on the map and then we see the upgrade thing up here. Like, if it was up here, so every time we go to click here, we'd see upgrade. Every time we go turn around, click on the map again, we'd see upgrade. There we go, level 64 fishing. I think that was the other main thing. Well, the main thing I think is just the changing the layout so we could see everything better. And then your health, your stats. You could also drag it even further to make it look like this. So there's like four different windows you could do. 4 different things, and then you just put them here or something, maybe to the side. Then you just be able to see all of your stats, and then it's not in the way at the bottom. Huh, that's pretty cool. So this thing, oh, let's show that. So if we drag it all the way, so it's super thin, maybe you could make it like it's that up for the other way too. If we were to drag this, we can't drag it down. But if it's beside this window, you can drag it down, so try to match the window. There we go, now it's smaller. So there we go, we found out how to make that smaller, compact, so it looks smaller. We found that out. If we go here, oh no. Let's try, we're still fishing. It's level 64 fishing, we don't have too much to go then. Pretty much 99's almost here. So if we go like this, maybe we could shrink it to match that. Except the buttons would be gone. What if we lock this? Do the buttons go away? No, they don't. Alright. Essentially we like it how it was just because it's exactly equal. So we're just trying to line this up with the center with our character, so go right here somewhere. Oh, and then these things, this. So we just want to shrink this before we do that. This is gonna, well, we want to drag it over, right? So we can see the symbol. Drag it so you can see the symbol. Drag this over. And then drag this down. There we go. Now I just have to line this up with our player. So this is in the center. Something like that. So that's how our user interface is at the moment. Actually, I guess the upgrade thing's out of the way. We could just read all the chat here. If we just drag it over here, right, it goes behind it. So that's really good. So there's the time. So it's just like in the computer, right? Your time's in the bottom right on your computer. So we just put the time in the bottom right here. Oh, we need to go bait some more fish. And we can see everything. So it's right. I guess so. We already said everything multiple times. So if we go to the bank, we could bank. Maybe we could end this clip. This is just a clip we made. When we leveled up. We didn't go to bed yet. We should be going to bed pretty soon. And then tomorrow, more fishing. Oh, if we're level 64 fishing, that means tomorrow we could be level 65 fishing. Or maybe even tonight. No, we're not staying up tonight. We're not staying that long. We're gonna have to stay up for like over an hour to get level 65 fishing. So we're gonna get 65 fishing tomorrow. But if you want to change your own layout, we showed you how to change your layout. Maybe this is pretty good. We'll figure out. Maybe we'll change it later, but we're gonna play like this because we could see absolutely everything. There's no UI in the way, essentially. There's no UIs in the way. Hello, good morning. Now we're back again. So we were doing some fishing in the morning. Last night we went to bed. We got like 50% of the way to fishing, and then we did some fishing in the morning, and we're just about level 65 fishing. Although we were searching the bookcase, we have all these books. We don't have the Goblin book. Enter. No, there is no Goblin book. No results found. No books that match the search. Click the text box to enter a new search. So if we go home, teleport to Lumbridge, a whole bunch of goblins there. And there's goblins at the Goblin Village. It says if you kill 15 goblins, then a goblin boss will appear. There's 2 different goblin bosses. The only thing they drop is a level 5 defense shield, so they don't drop anything useful. They just drop a shield that you don't do anything with. But there's a whole bunch of goblins here. I think this person is training on them. We've been watching him train on them. If we just sit here and bait one more inventory of fish, and then a little bit more, then we'll have the 65 fishing party. So let's check to see what this guy's doing. He's just here killing goblins. Maybe he's searching for the Goblin book as well, or maybe he just started and he's just training and he just trains on goblins. I'm the only one that cares about the Goblin book. Because we're just free to play and we're trying to find what to do. We're like, after all the quests are done, after all the achievements are done, what is there to do? All there is to do is examine the enemies, go to the wiki, see what they drop, and then try to find what they drop. So let's end the clip. Let's come back with the information about the Goblin maybe. If we go to the RS wiki and look at the goblins, we just gotta make sure we're fishing. We could go see here down the drops. It drops the coins, bread dough, Goblin book 1 and 128, clue scrolls. So this means that it's all free to play. So the chef's hat. Yes, if you're looking for the chef's hat, I guess you could kill goblins for the chef's hat. Basically, all the other things don't really matter. Maybe a couple runes they'll drop. Maybe an air talisman. But the thing we're looking for is the Goblin book. The Goblin book is an item that is commonly dropped by goblins. After obtaining this book, a player can re-obtain it from the bookcase in their player-owned house under the name The Book of the Big High Wall. It wasn't named the Goblin. Oh, The Book of the Big High Wall. We didn't search that one. I don't know if we had that one. I don't think we did. But if you read the book, it tells you all these things about the Goblin and drop sources, so free to play. Goblin and just the boss goblins. Oh, just the boss goblins at the Goblin Village. So 2 and 128. 1 and 128. What are these goblins? Alright, so anyways, we're on the search for the goblin thing. After we get our level up, we're just going to be killing goblins, searching for the goblin book, which is named different. I don't know if we had it then. Yeah, we are recording. Did we have it? Here, let's just end this recording, and then we'll check the recording, and then we'll come back, and then if we don't have the book, then we'll kill goblins, and we'll get the level up. So oh, it's 91% actually. Actually, we're going to get the level up pretty soon, because the urn is going to be teleported. That's going to give us an extra 500 experience, I think. So we'll look at the chat here. 500 fishing experience when you teleport the urn. Oh, we're done fishing. Yeah, so we're just going to get this level up, check to see if we have the book. If we don't have the book, then we'll come back. We'll maybe switch worlds unless he's gone. If he's not here, then we have the goblins all to ourselves. Or we should just go to the goblin village just so we could see the goblin bosses that spawn. We didn't open up the page about them, but the page said they just spawn if you kill 15 goblins in the goblin village. So we're going to do that. And then the goblins up there should drop the goblin book too. So you can see how close we are to leveling fishing. We're going to get 390 experience pretty soon. Level 65, and then there's only 3 fishing levels left, and then we'll be able to enter the famous fishing guild once we get to level 58, 68, which doesn't actually seem too far off now, right? Before, when we were like level 60 fishing and we were getting 61, we're like, it's so slow, and then 62 was slow, 63 took a while, 64 probably took a long time, but now I think our brain just got accustomed to how slow fishing is, and I think we're used to it. Although maybe these urns are helping out. Maybe these urns are giving us an extra few thousand experience an hour. We have no idea. But I guess we've probably just gotten used to fishing. And we probably catch the pikes a lot quicker, right? With the higher fishing level, you have a higher chance to successfully catch the pikes. Oh, so we're not going to get the level. We're going to have to fish like 1 more pike. So we could just drop 1 pike. Oh, I wonder if we could release it, right? The achievement, it says try to release a fish into the water. Use raw pike on the fishing spot. Attempt to release a raw fish back into a fishing spot. Congratulations, you released the raw pike back into the water like the wonderful and kind person you are. Congratulations. Oh! And it floats away slowly and awkwardly. Did you actually think that would work? So you can catch and release fish. There's a new thing. There's a new achievement. We just tried it. We just figured it out. All you do is catch a fish, then you use the fish on the fishing spot. And then the fish is gone. You release the raw pike back into the water. Wonderful and kind person you are, and it floats away slowly and awkwardly. Did you actually think that would work? Wow, all these small things they add into the game that you don't know about unless you actually play the game. Now we're level 65 fishing. Now we have a full inventory of fish. Now let's end the fishing. This is the level 65 party. We learned about the other achievement. We learned about the goblin book. Let's go to the bank. Let's try to get the goblin book if we don't have it already. We just need cooked pikes. I don't think we need cooked pike, right? The goblins aren't gonna do any damage to you, Tara. Don't need anything. I don't know, 2 pike would be too much. Alright, now we're back. So we're ready to search for the goblin book, the book of the big high war god, which drops by these broken face, hollow tooth, lump rose, stink ears. Oh, not hollow tooth. It is dropped by him, but he's a raid boss. He's level. We're not ready for him. And the goblins. So if we look, we could read an ugly green creature. We're going to be fighting goblins. They're going to be dropping the goblin book. That's about it. And Brokeface is a goblin boss that can be summoned after slaying 15 goblins within the goblin village. He uses melee attacks. Upon arrival, he shouts stabbing time and other phrases. This goblin boss will always drop a piece of equipment and one other non-equipable piece. An angry armed goblin, nothing improves a day like it. So now he drops the Goblin Cower Shield. Complete chosen commander that can talk to him. It requires 5 defense to equip. It's a unique shield that can be received as a drop from one of the goblin bosses. So it's common, so it's not too great, it's just level 5 shield. Lump Nose is one of the goblin bosses that appears in Goblin Village after the player kills 15 goblins. He attacks with range. He shouts, "Death from a distance, arrow to the face," and other phrases. He will always drop the same things. So a goblin that can annoy at a distance, just what was needed. He can drop the goblin book, and then nothing else for us. And then Stink Ears. He's the goblin boss that does the same thing. He appears in Goblin Village after you kill 15 goblins. He attacks with very accurate magic attacks. He shouts, "Zap, that's the way," and other phrases. So now they are shooting fireballs. Perfect. He only drops the goblin book. There's the goblin book. So we're just going to search here. We're going to close these so it doesn't lag as much. And then if we go north from the Falador waypoint, we could. The waypoint's right here. We just went to the bank. So we just got level 65 fishing. Is one of the requirements for something like a cold and vessel fishing. Swordfish gloves. Oh, swordfish gloves. So now we have level 65 fishing unlocked. So you see, even though we're not a member, it focuses us on doing all the free-to-play things. We've just been focusing on free-to-play. If we were members, we would have been trying to get like all this construction up, all this hunter, all this slayer, all this farming, all this summoning, all this divination, all this herbalism, agility, running absolutely everywhere around the world, trying forever to level up all of the member skills. But because we're still free to play, we could just focus on free to play skills. So we kill 1, 2, so we have to kill 15 goblins. I wonder if it counts if people have killed them before. And we're looking for the book. So we killed 4 goblins. Chef's hat. Is that what that said? 5 goblins. 6 goblins. 7 goblins. 8 goblins. So let's check to see if they have the book. It's just all coins. 10 stone spirit. Nothing here. Bronze hatchet. That's what that was. So no goblin book. Is that like 10? Or 10? Oh, there's the goblin book. We got the goblin book. We got the goblin book already. Let's try to kill some guys to see if we can lure the bosses out. 10, 11, 12. So we have the goblin book. There's no reason to pick up anything. 13. 14. One more goblin. And then the goblin boss will be here. So they drop grapes. Was grapes on the list? Maybe it was. 15 goblins. Now come out, goblin boss. Come out and face us. Or was that 14? Let's attack another goblin. 15. Oh, here we go. Goblin? No? That was just a regular goblin. It said after you defeat 15 goblins, the goblin boss comes up. Was that just a regular goblin? Where's the goblin boss? We killed 15 goblins. There's another goblin book. So the goblin book seems pretty common. You'll probably get it pretty quick. But now that we've gotten the goblin book and the goblin bosses are not spawning, what do? We killed 15 goblins. Did the bosses spawn here before? Maybe we get like a earth rune for some reason. 4 earth runes. Open the door. I guess our quest is done. This was the super quick quest. It didn't take nearly as long as the law runes, which seemed to take absolutely forever. So if we read the goblin book, we could read everything. In the beginning, the gods have big war. Each god find army to fight them. The creation of the goblins. Big high war god not have army. Big high war god go the beardy short people and ask, will you fight in my army? But beardy short people say, no, we fight for god of shiny light. Then big high war god go to demons and ask, will you fight in my army? But demons say, no, we fight for god of dark fire. Then big high war god go to tall people with keen blades and say, will you fight in my army? But tall people with keen blades say, no, some of us fight for god of shiny light, and some of us fight for God of dark fire, but none of us fight for you. Big High War God, very sad. He traveled east and west, north and south, across the lands looking for army to fight for him. Then goblins say, we fight for you. At the time, goblins very weak, very small, soft skin. Not like goblins today. But Big High War God say, I will make you my army. So Big High War God train goblins so they very strong. He give them good armor so they not be harmed. He make them strong in spirit so they not afraid of battle. He give them commanders so they know which way to go. He divide the goblins into 12 tribes and send them into battle. Goblin armies fight very good. When other gods see this, they very jealous. So they say, we want goblins to fight for us too. So Big High War God takes some tribes and sell them, one to God of Shiny Light and one to God of Dark Fire, and other tribes to other gods, but most still worship a Big High War God who created them. Holy jeez. The several commandments. These are commands of the Big High War God. Obey all commands all the time, or Big High War God kill you very bad. Always to slay enemies of Big High War God. Enemies must die. Not to run from battle. Cowards must die. Not to show mercy. Merciful must die. Not to doubt Big High War God. Doubters must die. Not to make own plans. Thinkers must die. Wow. What a goblin cult. The end of the war and the prophecy. The war gods last many lifetimes. Battle is glorious and many heroes live and die. Then all gods leave the world, leave their armies behind. But goblins still, soldiers still fight. Goblins fight against tall people with keen blades. But tall people build cities with walls. They not want to fight. They not true soldiers like goblins. But now goblins not have enough to eat, and have no commanders to tell them who to fight. So goblin tribes fight one another. At last all goblin tribes have big battle on plan of mud. Battle lasts many days and many goblins die. Battle is glorious, but goblin corpses cover the ground and it look like all die. Then Hope Spear of the Negersham tribe have vision of Big High War God. In the night while soldiers rest, he call leaders of all tribes together to give them messages. This is the word of Big High War God. Battle is indeed glorious and goblins are soldiers. But if there too much battle, all goblins die. No more must goblin fight against goblin or tribe against tribe. Goblins must find other enemies to fight, but not fight each other. Wow, now the high gods bringing all the goblins back together. They were all against each other because they were all lost. They had no commanders. They were just fighting amongst all each other. But then the Big High War God came and told the tribes, no, you guys work together. You guys are all goblins. All goblins. And this is the word of Big High War God. Today I cannot lead you, but someday I will send a new commander to lead you. Under new commander, goblins will conquer all of the world, every race and every god. And then Big High War God will return and sit on throne of bronze and rule over all. War will end in victory, and victory will last forever. So leaders of tribes stop battle, and on plain of mud, all tribes build a temple to Big High War God and offer sacrifices. Wow, it's definitely worth getting it. So now if we go to Remington, if we go to Port Zero, we got the book. We didn't get the bosses to spawn. We killed more than 15 goblins. Killed more than 15 goblins. Said the bosses were free to play. Is this the Goblin Village? Let's just kill goblins for a bit, see if anyone pops up and screams anything. If they don't, then we're just gonna go to Port Sarum and then go to our place, because we already have everything here. They don't have anything. Oh, the experience is 35. That's not good. That's not bad, because cows are like undercooked mystery meat. Oh, because we have the ring. Sometimes they drop undercooked mystery meat, which heals 15% of my health. We read about. It's only because we have this ring equipped. It says if you equip the ring, sometimes enemies drop undercooked meat, which restores 15% of your hit points, which at high hit points would be the best free-to-play food. Though we really don't have room for it. We just have like one piece of mystery meat. We have. If you drop this item, you'll only be able to get more back by killing creatures while wearing your Asylum Doctor's Ring. Yes, we don't need it. So there has been no Goblin boss. We did this whole build up. Like, there's going to be 3 Goblin bosses. There's going to be 1 melee Goblin boss. There's going to be 1 ranged Goblin boss. There's going to be 1 mage Goblin boss. All we have to do is draw him out by killing the goblins, but he never comes. So, back to the Partzerum. Let's go to Partzerum. The odds are the goblin bosses aren't here. Is there another goblin village? We're gonna have to look into it. Oh, in the friends chat. Oh, the friends chat. That's right, the Ironman friends chat. So maybe they're saying something. We could just like switch here, right? We did our interface last night. And sometimes we're thinking of the interface, like, right, if we, like, remove the map, remove the skills, remove everything, and then there's, like, no inventory, no skills, it's just walking around, that's pretty much it. So if we read the Goblin Book, if we destroy it, it'll say we can read it in our house, right? Enter the house. Oh, we have 2 Goblin Books. Let's enter the house. So anyway, anytime that we enter the house, this book will be in the bookcase now. Guide to Construction, Runescape Knowledge. Is that it? The history? No. Because we know it was the harmony of the runes? No. So what do? Use Goblin Book on bookshelf. There doesn't seem to be room for that on the bookshelf. What if we drop the Goblin Books? You can't drop that here. Please pick up the original stacks first. Alright, if we search bookcase. So what was it saying it would be in your bookcase? Goblin Book. Maybe it's called Goblin Book. Because it said, right? It said on the wiki. It said when you find this book, you'll be able to get it in your bookshelf. Guide to Construction Stronghold. Let's read all of them, right? What does this say? Read Goblin Book. The Book of the Big High War God. We don't have any of them in the bookcase. Guide to Construction. History of him, Black Knight's Fortress, Death of Shillers. Those are all from quests. One Piercing Note. Root Mysteries, Shadow over Ashendale. Those are all just quest books. Runescape Security, Turkey Book. Magical Bunny Letter from him. Guide to Construction. What is this? Exam bookcase. A good source of books. There's not a different selection on this side, is there? They're the same. Alright, we're back. So we're not sure. We checked. It said it should appear in your bookcase. It said all of the bookcases are the same. So we dropped the Goblin Books out here. We don't have them. We tried putting it into the bank and then taking it out of the bank. Guide to Construction. Turkey Book. So we read the book, we brought it here. We have no idea. It says it should be in here. It says it's a book that goes in your bookcase. It says all the bookcases are the same. So it says you don't need to store it in your bank. You don't need to do anything. We got them so quick. Oh no, if it's not in the bookcase later when we check, we're gonna have to check. It says it is a free-to-play book, right? So if we go to Lumbridge, we're not sure how we're gonna get more content. We pretty much farmed the goblins. We got all of their things. That was that done. We do have to kill ghosts, right? If you kill ghosts, they'll drop the Ghost Hunter set and the cremation ability. So we do have to go to level 66 fishing. But maybe we'll just do that. Maybe we'll go home. We'll go to Draenor. And we don't know how many ghosts there were over there. So looking, the wiki said that AQs don't drop the cremation ability. They don't drop the Ghost Hunter set. They don't drop them on a free-to-play. They don't drop them on free-to-play. So if we go north from the Draenor waypoint, we could go up here, maybe try to farm the ghosts. That'd be the next thing to farm. So we're not, we didn't pull out the web page, but maybe we will. Maybe we will pull out the web page. So here's the ghost for RuneScape 3. It says that they drop the Ghost Hunter body, Ghost Hunter goggles, Ghost Hunter legs. It says they're very rare. It says it is free to play. Ghost Hunter says it's tier 3 is only available for members. Ghost Hunter drops off of certain things, and the cremation ability, 1 in 1,000 ghosts. So I guess we're just looking for the body, the legs, the goggles, the backpack, and the other 2 things we can't get. Ghost Hunter body. So it should drop off all these things. If we go sort by members, we can see Revenants. We don't know anything about Revenants. PvP in the wilderness. Okay, PvP in the wilderness, Revenants. So we don't want to do those. The only options we have is ghosts. And then it says AQs don't drop the items on free to play. So all we have is ghosts. If you go to ghost, cremation ability allows you to burn bones on a bonfire. It's a rare drop from ghosts and ghost-like monsters. The ability is accessible to free-to players when killing ghosts, with the exception of AQ. Upon receiving the ability, players will receive a game message. You have unlocked the ability to burn bones on the bonfire. And the other thing, the Ghost Hunter body. So what does it say anything? The Ghost Hunter equipment is a rare drop from all ghosts. This armor can be stored. So on members, there's like other things, right? Members, it probably drops from other monsters. There's probably other member monsters that drop it. Deathwing, Banshees, Gas, a whole bunch of lore shades, Spiritual Warrior, Spiritual Mage, over in the God Wars dungeon. So I think you kill like so many spiritual mages or warriors. One of them was good GP per hour, or it used to be, because you disenchant all the rune items into gold. But essentially, we're hunting ghosts. So if we climb up the staircase, there should be ghosts up here. So it's 1 in 1,000 to get the cremation ability, and then the Ghost Hunter pieces, we don't know. So there's 4 ghosts up here, right? Hopefully. There's 1 ghost right here. Was there a ghost downstairs too? So they die in 1 hit. So we didn't get anything. So if they don't drop anything, then there'll be nothing on the ground. And then do we just go here and open the doors over to this ghost? These ghosts? Yeah, there's 3 in this room. 3 ghosts over here. So we've seen all the places that they were. So if there's nothing on the ground, then there's no point looking. Yes, because the only place is upstairs in Draenor Manor. There's 4 ghosts here in the Varrock sewers. How many ghosts are in the Varrock sewers? And then Malzar's Maze. 1 ghost drops the orange key required for a Dragon Slayer. If we start the Dragon Slayer, there will be ghosts in the maze. So let's just show how many ghosts are here. Ghost. The blue. So there's like 3 ghosts. 3 ghosts in the Varrock sewers. Right, Malzar's Maze. How many ghosts are here? Ghosts. Blue. 1, 2, 3 ghosts. 3 ghosts. So I guess Draenor would be the best place then? Because there's 4 ghosts here, right? But the 1 ghost, then if he doesn't drop anything, we just kill the other ones. And if there's no message that pops up, let's say we got the cremation ability. Oh, there he is, so he just respawned. Alright, so it's not too bad. It's just, yeah, mainly just because they don't drop anything. You're not sitting here looting anything. So if we go to settings, if we hop worlds, maybe go to the most popular world, players. Some more popular worlds, enemies respawn faster, right? If we go to 516, Netherlands, level 19, teleport there. This world has the most players. And then, as long as there's no one farming ghosts on this world, then they will respawn faster for us. So where's the ghost? It's in that next room. Oh, because the doors are closed. So essentially, we just have to attack this ghost, open the door. How much experience do they give? 55 experience, so barely any experience. I guess this is going to be the beginning of the Ghost Hunter episode. Although, we're probably going to do fishing in between, right? We're going to have to render the video. So I'm not sure we needed like 11 minutes of content. It's the ghost hunting beginner introduction to what we're going for next. Essentially, there is some more things. If you guys know anything else on free-to-play to get, anything else that's unique that we have to get, let us know, because we have to get these things, or any way that we could prepare for members, right? If there's any items we could get ahead of time, I think we're well prepared for herb lore. Maybe construction we could get prepared for. Maybe summoning. Oh, summoning, we just need to get a bunch of raw chickens and then make a bunch of deadfall pouches in the beginning. And gold charms, we have a bunch of those. So we'll just stay here till the clock says like 50 minutes, so we'll be here for 6 more minutes, just killing ghosts. See if we get anything. If we don't get anything, then we'll just go fishing again. Go work towards level 66 fishing. So it's not too bad. You just run back here, and then by the time you get here, maybe the ghost almost respawns. Yeah, cool. So we have our ghost farm. We have 4 different ghosts we could kill. The other one spawns in the corner over here. No, over here. I thought he spawned over there last time. So the experience is going to be pretty slow, right? Because you're running in between the guys and they barely give any more experience than the trolls. Oh, and if you're killing like flesh crawlers or hell giants, they give like 122 or 142 experience. So if we're killing like 4 at a time, how many trips do we have to do? It's a 1 in 1,000 drop. Hopefully, well, if we're looking for like ghost hunter pieces, we're gonna have to kill more than 1,000. So we spawned right here last time. Right, so if you yourself is looking for the cremation ability and the ghost hunter pieces, I guess this is how you get it. Right here, right? Oh no. Oh, right on top of us. Looks like the ghost spawned out of us. Amazing. And if we don't get any pieces, maybe next episode just be mostly hunting ghosts. So we're not sure. Unless we can search to find something else. We did the introduction. Maybe we'll come back for ghosts later and see what else there's to do next episode. Or if we see. So there's not really anything else to do, right? All we're doing is just searching for unique drops. Unique drops that we're gonna help us prepare for members, prepare for when we finally upgrade. Though it is good we're doing levels, because right, essentially if you're fishing in a members world, essentially you'd just be doing fly fishing until level 68, which is just a free-to-play area. So you don't even need members to get level 68 fishing. And then once we get members, we'll have all of the fish flingers tickets saved up. So we'll just be able to go straight into fish flinging. Oh, somebody here, he's doing a quest maybe. So you should spawn right here. So you just click, well, so we did notice that they spawn like in an area around where they spawn sometimes. They don't always spawn in the same spot. And then people will come through here and you could examine them and be like, what are his stats? Are his stats crazy? Oh, he just started the game. Or he just started this character, right? Everyone always makes new characters all the time. Like, we're done with our current character, let's make a new one. And then it's just an endless game of making new characters all the time. Doesn't really seem to be any music in here anymore, right? It's just gotten real quiet. Eerily quiet. Then he's getting the fish food, so he is doing the quest. Oh, and then the doors have closed, so you have to go open the doors again. He's probably like, what the heck is this guy doing? Why is this guy killing ghosts? Ghosts are terrible experience per hour. There's ghost drops no items to drop. No items. Ghosts haven't dropped us anything at all. But ghosts do drop items. Just they're very, very rare items, I guess. Well, not very, very rare. Just it said just very rare. Alright, and then we should be we'll just kill another 1 or 2 rounds of ghosts. We'll see if we get something at the end, then it'll be amazing. If we don't get something at the end, then we have a reason to render the video. So is this nothing on the ground? Alright. Banshees would be the good thing to go. If you remember, you could just farm it there, so there's no reason to farm it on free to play. Although it would be nice to get the cremation ability to bury the bones and have it out of the way, right? So if we do become a member, then we're going to be hunting ghosts like this anyways. Would be absolutely no difference. Oh, except the members, I guess we'd be able to do all the dailies, like all the divinations and all the farmings, level up thievings, all the other skills. But for now, this is alright, I guess. Thought he dropped something, but it was just the fish food. Alright, they didn't drop anything. We'll just try one more thing. We know, well, I don't know. We'll try ghosts. If we don't get it, then we're gonna go. Then we're gonna do fishing, render the video. We got the sick new layout this episode. This episode, we got the Goblin book. We searched for the Goblin bosses, but we did not find the Goblin bosses. The Goblin bosses did not appear for us. We killed much more than 15 goblins. Many more than 15 goblins. So they didn't drop us anything. No cremation ability. Let's go try again. Should just end the episode just because it's so long and it's going to take like 2 hours to render. Or an hour to render. We don't know how long it takes. Probably an hour and a half. Probably twice as long as the length of the video. Or maybe not if we're just playing on a minimum graphics. This is high graphics. Just we know we're supposed to leave, but then it's just so easy to stay here and just keep killing them, right? It's like you want to leave the game, you want to quit doing this, you want to go back to fishing, but then like, well, since we are already here, there's another ghost here. Is there 5 ghosts? Is there 5 ghosts in this place? We didn't check the Draenor map. If there's 5 ghosts, if there's been a ghost in there the whole time, so we're still learning things about the map. We found a 5th ghost, maybe. If there's 5 ghosts in here, then that's just sped up our acquisition of this item tremendously. So now, because we found that, well, we'll just stay here till the clock says 20 minutes. So there's a ghost in here, and then there's a ghost spawn over here. So we're leaving, and there's a ghost, and then the door was open. Oh, there is a ghost. So there's 5 ghosts in here. 5 ghosts in the Draenor Manor. So that makes it much easier because we're not waiting for spawns at all then. Basically just coming here, killing the ghosts. By the time we get here, these ghosts have respawned. And then by the time we get to the other room, the first ghost has respawned. Comparing all the other places, just had like 3 ghosts. 2 or 3 ghosts. What happened? The door closed. I guess the only thing we have to worry about is the closing doors. Who is closing the doors? Who's closing the doors on this? Okay, well, we found out that there's 5 ghosts. It says 18:30. We'll go fishing for the last minute. We pretty much did what we can. We figured everything about the ghosts. We found the best place to farm the item, maybe farm the things that we need. So if we go home, teleport to Lumbridge, we could just go fishing for a little bit, render the video, maybe come back and try to get the ability, come back to try to get the ghost hunter items. We're gonna have to see. Maybe it's better to just get members and then just kill these Slayer monsters because there's so many banshees in that one place. Although I guess 5 ghosts is pretty good, but they drop absolutely nothing, right? Ghosts drop absolutely nothing. Why do they drop absolutely nothing? So if we hit the 1 button, we should have our fishing saved. Yep. Level 65 fishing. Now we just have to get to level 66, which is going to take more than 1 hour if you have 46k, because it's fishing like 26k to 35k per hour, something like that. So now we're back fishing again and catch pikes. So we use fishing bait, right? Because the feathers, we buy the feathers from the store, and then we just use them for fletching. All of our feathers go to fletching. All the fishing bait goes to fishing. That's basically it.